My name is Boye Lippert. I work as an industrial designer. I'm self-employed, and on the side I have a part-time job as a drawing teacher at the School of Architecture in Copenhagen.
My name is Henrik Mathiassen. I'm an industrial designer, and I have a design agency called Design People, which are located in Aarhus, the second largest city of Denmark, where we are approximately 15 people working together on developing new designs.
Danish Design is focused on making long-lasting design. It doesn't turn obsolete the next year, and it's an honest design. We believe that what you see is what you get, more or less. It has to be honest. Also, it has to have a sleek quality without too much ornamentation. We rather take things off than put things on.
We have the motto "Form follows interaction," which is a version of the old "Form follows function," but the idea is that no matter if we do digital design or product design like a speaker, we look at how people have to interact with the product. How do they install it? How do they put in the screws? How do they turn it on? How do they interact with it in the daily life? So before we start doing the actual design, we always look on the user to see what do they actually need.
I like to see every new speaker project as a way to try out new interesting ways of designing and making a new kind of shape or look for every generation. But also I have to remember that for a speaker company it has to rely on its own design DNA, so to speak, that you should be able to recognize a Jamo speaker back from old days up till today, so the characteristics should remain there.
I think one of the reasons there are a good design tradition in Denmark and quite a few good industrial designers is due to the history of furniture and lamp architects, Arne Jacobsen and Poul Henningsen, and the tradition of the craft to craft things. I think it's there where it started. So the way that many designers, at least when we start a project, is you also look at the craftsman, the materials, what can we get out of the material for this particular project, and I think there's a tradition for that.
The thing about loudspeakers being furniture, that's the point. Most of the time customers regard speakers as something you need to have because you need to have sound, not as a integral part of the furniture itself. Though I believe it has every right to be in the room as much as a table or a chair. The thing is that we have had chairs for a few thousand years more than we have had loudspeakers, so we haven't gotten used to the fact that we should use loudspeakers as another kind of furniture.
Well, the problem with, let's say, the speaker is a furniture decorating the living room is that its only purpose is to make sound. And you can't sit on it, it doesn't give you any light, it's not a table. Or you could of course have a huge subwoofer as a table, but I don't think that would be very, very good. So the problem is that it has to be integrated with the rest of the way you live.
For a design to work for a speaker, it has to be, you have to know, even though it is a piece of furniture and it does stand still, it has to show that the music that it brings is dynamic, so it has to look dynamic in a way.
It is about simplicity, it's about respect for material, it's about respect for detail, but it's certainly also about respect for the user of the product, the design, the use of the design, how it's used, and the context that the product has to be a part of. I think well done Danish design or Scandinavian design is very often to take complex problems and make it into desirable, simple solutions.